Hello! In this lesson we are going to make a wicker branch with the help of floral wire and some thin wafer paper. We've prepared some floral wire. Let's take white wire. You can use green wire, but in this case we use white. I'll explain it later. It's better to take thin wire, from number 18 to 22. It depends on the thickness of the wicker branch you need. We have wire number 22. First we take 2 pieces of wire and twist them tightly. That's enough. Take one more piece of wire and weave it in this part. The small part of the wire must be weaved in the main part. After that, weave it in the branch. We won't make very long wicker branch now. I will show you how to make the basis, and the following work depends on the length of the wicker branch you need. You can make it 2 or 3 times longer. When you make branches, they shouldn't be the same. When you have the main trunk and you make the branches at the same distance from each other, it looks unnatural. So make the branches chaotic. We have weaved the 3rd piece of wire in, left a small part here and a long part here. Take next piece of wire. Take a small piece, weave it in the main part. And in this part, we leave this small piece. Take a long piece of wire again and start weaving it in the main part and then in the longer part. In this way we make the wicker branch longer and longer and leave such small branches. Let's leave not very big branch again. Take a piece of wire. Weave it in the main part. And attach it to this part. Basically, we can leave only one piece of wire in some places, which is not weaved in another one. That's fine. But it's more convenient when it's twisted with another piece of wire because we are going to wrap it with the wafer paper. It's difficult to wrap such a thin piece of wire. So if you have the branches out of 2 pieces of wire, it will be easier to work. Take a long piece of wire, weave a small part in the main part of the wicker branch, and make it longer by twisting with the other one. So we have a wicker branch like this. I'll make this branch tighter. I have a piece of wire left. Weave it in the main part again. And wind it to this part. You can leave a small branch like this here. This is what we've got. In this way we can make the wicker branch longer and longer. Like I usually do for my high cakes. To decorate them fully with a similar wicker branch, I usually need about 3 meters of this wire. After that we take some thin wafer paper. and cut them into stripes. Not to waste your time, put 2 or 3 pieces of paper together and cut them into stripes 5 centimeters wide. Do not make them too wide, otherwise it will be difficult to wind it to the wire. 5 or 2 centimeters will be enough. Do not make too many stripes. It's better to make only a part and later cut some more stripes. We need just water and a wide brush for your convenience. For example, you can take brush number 5. Moisten the wafer paper stripe with water profusely. Attach it to the wire and start winding the paper along it. We do not wind it in the spiral, but wind it along the wire. If they do not stick to each other, wet the paper more right now. Or if the wafer paper is melted or it sticks to your fingers and you can't do anything, that means you've added too much water. Moisten the paper and wind it along the wire. If the paper doesn't stick, add more water. When you wind the paper along the wire, do it carefully. Some people just press the paper and that's it. As a result, they get such a strange and messy thing. You should have a neat branch. To fix it, you need to moisten the paper with water and press it tightly. If you see that the paper is not thick enough, that you can see the wire through the paper, it's better to take one more stripe and wind it along the branch one more time. You must cover all the wire in this way. It's necessary to cover the wire at the base of the branch very carefully. You mustn't start wrapping the wire from this place. You must start from the central part and then wrap it till the end. Wrap it carefully. Remember that your thin wafer paper, like mine in this case, is smooth from one side and embossed and textured from the other side. In this case, it doesn't matter what side you attach to the wire. Even if we color it. I will show you how to color it. The side of the paper won't influence on our painting, no matter what side we use, smooth side or embossed one. It doesn't matter here. The wicker branch is ready. I leave this white color of the branch for many cakes. If you want to make something natural, for example, attach some wafer leaves or flowers to make it more lively, like garden plant. We need to color the branch, of course. Take the same water, a palette, brown paint and green paint. We are not going to take only green color because the wicker branch will be unnatural green. We need to soften this color. That's why we add some brown. Use simple water and brush number 5. Green is the main color, but we add some brown to soften green and to get a grassy green shade. If you want this wicker look like a branch, I advise you to use brown and black to get a dimmed grey and brown shade. But we are going to have a grassy shade. Start painting it. Take a lot of water and paint all the sides of the branch. Be attentive and do not leave any gaps. I recommend you to put on some gloves while painting, because we will hold the branch and your hands will get dirty. Now we've got the wicker branch like this. I want to remind you once again that you can make it longer, wider, with lots of branches. You can attach some wafer leaves or flowers to get something like a garden plant, something interesting and beautiful. Or you can leave the white branch like I sometimes do when I decorate some cakes. Our lesson is over. Thank you very much.